Minnesota and Illinois are officially taking the Trump administration to court. State officials filed separate lawsuits to stop what they're calling a federal invasion by ICE and Border Patrol agents. The legal move follows the death of Renee Nicole Good, who was involved in a shooting with a federal officer in Minneapolis last week. Local leaders, including Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, claim the deployments are politically motivated and violate state sovereignty and the Constitution. The states are asking federal judges to immediately halt these operations. Meanwhile, the Trump administration has said immigration agents are targeting illegal migrants and that further agents are needed to ensure their safety during operations. Joining us today is David Super, a professor of law at Georgetown University. Thanks so much for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Does any president of the U.S. have the legal authority to send federal agents to a state for immigration enforcement?
Yes, if it's limited to immigration enforcement, that is one of the powers of the federal government. The concern here is that these agents are going way beyond immigration enforcement.
If an administration is enforcing the law set by the U.S. Congress, should protesters be voicing their concerns to lawmakers on Capitol Hill instead?
Well, there's no either or. If people see something in their community that is disturbing them, the First Amendment guarantees them the right to protest that. And they also, under the First Amendment, have the right to contact their members of Congress and ask for change.
Where do you see these lawsuits going?
Well, the lawsuits are challenging the intrusion of these agencies, but they're also challenging a lot of their particular practices. They're saying that the constitutional right against unreasonable search and seizures is being frustrated when these officers are confronting and often arresting U.S. citizens and other people without reasonable suspicion. So I suspect these lawsuits will end up giving us a lot clearer rules about how these agents can operate than we've had up to this point.
It also seems that in the lawsuits, a lot of the conversation is around the number of federal agents being sent to the states. What is the legality of this?
Well, there's nothing in the Constitution about the numbers that they may send. The question is the effect. And the states are arguing that the enormous numbers, the so-called surges in Illinois and Minnesota, are displacing local law enforcement, are spending lots and lots of local resources cleaning up after the problems that the federal agents leave behind. There's one story in there about them arresting someone out of a car in the middle of the road and not even putting the car into park, so the car goes rolling down the road and local police have to do something about it. The argument is that we can't do the functions of local police if we're having to deal with all these problems caused by federal overreach.
As federal agents enforce the current immigration laws with tactics they've been trained to carry out, should a broader conversation be about changes to such protocols?
Yes, and I think that's what these two states are trying to stimulate here, is trying to say, we understand that there needs to be immigration enforcement, but a lot of this stuff strikes us as going way beyond immigration enforcement, and a lot of this stuff is interfering with people's constitutional rights.
David Super, thank you so much.
Thank you.